SMAC4DVD.com. So we got Beasley in the building.
Yes, sir.
Smack URL. How long you and Smack been rocking with the whole partnership?
Man, like I say I met Smack probably like after the first DVD drop.
The first Smack DVD?
Yeah, like about the second or third DVD.
Okay.
Like I came like after the Mook and J Mills drop, like around that time.
Okay.
Like I started like the DVD following is when things kind of got started because I actually heard about Lux, but at the time he was going by the name Pop, like Poppy, and I heard from him from Corey Guns.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Corey Guns that told me about him because that was the early militia. It was Rain, Corey Guns, Lux, and a kid named Hash.
Hash still there?
Yeah.
No, the big young Hash?
The kid Hash. I don't know. It's Corey's man from the Bronx. So
the big kid, fat kid, young Hash.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, that's my homie.
So they were
Oh, so you just gave us some history. The early militia was Loaded Lux,
yes,
Corey Guns,
yes,
Rain, and Young Hash.
Yes, they even had records together on Dat Piff. If you go on there and research, you can find them.
Wow.
So they were telling me about Lux, well, Pop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pop Lux, whatever. So I was like, all right, cool. So I spoke to Smack about it. I was like, yo, listen, you know what I mean? We need to do another battle on the joint because I think a lot of people enjoyed it. So the first thing we did was, I reached out, Corey Gunn, to like put me in contact with Lux. I gave him a call. We set it up in the Bronx and we shot the battle. And then from that time on, me and Smack just been rocking ever since.
All right, so they know Smack DVD. We don't have to talk about that. If they don't know the history of that, you don't know the history of DVDs.
Right.
We'll talk about that another time. Y'all made the transition into full battle rap league.
Right.
How difficult has that been?
It actually ended up being kind of easy. See, what happened was with the Smack DVD, as you know, you know what I mean, when the YouTube explosion happened, you couldn't keep content secure anymore. So it was just like the Wild Wild West in terms of
YouTube, aka World Star stealing niggas shit. Right. Too.
So you just couldn't keep your content exclusive anymore.
Yeah.
So it didn't make sense to fly around the country getting all these exclusive interviews and compiling all this information only to come back and find out that it's already out.
Yeah.
So it lost interest. But the only thing that we could control were battles because once you got two people engaged and in the moment, you can't recreate that moment.
Yeah.
So that was what we could control, and we noticed that online the battles had a significant amount of views. So we said, you know what, this is something that might be interesting, that might work, and that was our transition into being a battle league. Now there was a gap and a void for it, so people wanted to be a part of it, but at the same time we were still kind of connected within the mainstream industry, so people were looking at us like we were crazy, like, you gonna do what?
Yeah.
You're gonna set up battles and people are gonna come out and watch this? Well, where are you going with this? Like, how is this gonna work? And we really, to be honest, didn't know how it was gonna work. We just thought it would be dope, people would like it, and would be something to do.
But it worked.
And it just blossomed and turned into something else.
The biggest highlight in your battle rap career so far has been?
The Summer Madness events. They've been huge. Like, just getting the attention of everybody to come out and just seeing our growth on YouTube as a channel.
The Super Bowl of battle rap.
Yeah, definitely. And just as, like, our channel is very powerful, like, in terms of numbers and subscribers. Like, right now, I think we're like 115 million views, maybe like 220,000 subscribers, which is, pretty significant for like an independent hip hop channel. And it's actually bigger than like a lot of your favorite independent record.
Oh, damn, Skippy. Because I'm at 15 million and only 23,000 subscribers. So,
which is big for YouTube to get that many people to subscribe. So it'll give you an understanding of, what our reach is and, what our power has been and what our interest has been thus far.
So let's bring them up to speed. You said Summer Madness.
Yes.
It's a lot of controversy around Summer Madness 3. We thought we were getting Loaded Lux versus Hollow. We thought we were getting Mook versus whoever. We thought we were getting. Why didn't we get that?
Well, you got to see, Summer Madness 1, you know, we brought out a lot of names. You know, Summer Madness 2, the whole theme was Return of the Legends. You know, we wanted to, it was a number of reasons, you know. One, we wanted to do something different. A lot of times fans were calling for like different faces to be on Summer Madness. Oh, this one deserves a shot. This one deserves a shot. And then some of it too was just that, it was like some of it was just that some of the people that, you know, you're normally used to seeing, either they didn't, just because they're not on it doesn't mean that they're not worthy, but maybe there wasn't an opponent that could face them that made sense or that they would be willing to take. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these guys have battled each other already. And it's like this hierarchy in the battle world. One guy thinks he's bigger than another guy, so he won't battle him. Even though he could probably give him a competitive match or possibly beat him, but because his profile is on the same level, he won't take him. Kind of like boxing. So these guys kind of like, oh, I don't want to take him, I'll only take him, or I'll battle him after Summer Madness. I don't want to battle him on Summer Madness because I'm going to give him a career. These are the type of things that I hear all the time.
Let's keep it real. Are these niggas divas?
Some of them are. Some of them can be, yeah.
We ain't got to call nobody by name, but how difficult is it to book these battles? I think the fans think...
It takes a lot. Like, just to set up an event, it takes so much. I mean, from securing the proper venue to flying these guys in, putting them in hotels, going back and forth with them about rates and how much money you're going to pay them and what you think they're worth and what they think they're worth and what they can generate online, what they can bring to the door. And then you got to find the right matchup that makes sense, someone that they're willing to battle or haven't battled already. And then it's like a lot of times online you'll see people say, well, why don't you just set this up with this person? And sometimes those matches might make sense, but the guy who's got the bigger profile will say, no, I don't want that match, I don't want to take it, I'm not going to battle him, I'll sit out. And then you won't see your favorite battle rapper on that card.
So right now many of the battle rappers are coming at Smack URL as a staff, as a company, individually. Right now, if I put this title up tomorrow and I say, Beasley said, battle rappers need to, how do you complete that sentence?
Battle rappers need to relax, man. They need to relax. It's just one event. You know what I mean? I understand.
But who don't want to go to the Super Bowl?
Right. I understand that, but the same players can't be at the Super Bowl every year. Look at football. I'm glad you made that analogy. Because if you come in next season and they got this new boy out of college that's running 5 seconds faster than you, guess what's going to happen? He's going to be in the game. You know what I mean? But like I said, it's not even that everybody, when Smack, really what this all stems from is Smack put out a blog basically saying that some of these guys within the culture on a whole need to step up their game. You know what I mean? A lot of guys took offense to it, but you know, it was really done to kind of just get people excited, to wake people up. You know what I'm saying?
And Kendrick Lamar, the battle rapper.
Basically, yes, that was the Kendrick Lamar verse of the battle world. And you know, Smack's position, just for those that don't know, a lot of people saying, "Oh, why is he shitting on the guys that helped build him up or whatever?" Smack and the URL staff, we take a lot of shots, like on Instagram, people fucking
in your face.
You know, our face on stage. We flying people in from out of town. They showing up, stumbling over words. I'm gonna get paid anyway, choking in the first round, not coming completely with all their rounds, and then we're expected to pay them in full. And that's just not fair to us as a company. It's not fair to the people that watch it. And then what happens is the fans somehow make that our fault. Yeah. That somebody else didn't come and show up prepared. And then what happens is, because we are the ones who have the biggest platform with the most eyeballs on us, if we put out product that isn't up to par, you know what I mean, then people look at us and say, you know what, this shit is on a decline. I don't need to watch this anymore. Because if this is what the highest standard of battle rap is at this point, then I don't need to watch this anymore. This is boring. I'm off.
Is it on the verge of imploding to you? That's why y'all took a stand on something?
I just think that people were getting comfortable. I think that a lot of times, a lot of MCs, you know, they get a lot of, you know, Twitter is the social network.
Niggas got egos.
Yeah.
Niggas really think they superstars. We gotta keep it a buck.
Yeah, nah, a lot of dudes think they're stars, and a lot of guys.
I'm cool with all of them.
Right.
All of them is my niggas, but I done seen motherfuckers like, yo, all right, nigga, calm the fuck down, turn it off. You can turn it off now.
I mean, some of them, you know what I mean, they just, you know, they lose control, and they lose
sight all right.
of what it is.
Rumor, myth, or truth? Star offered to put up money for the Loaded Lux and Hollow battle to happen?
It's true.
Why didn't y'all take the money?
What's up, we didn't take?
Oh shit! So it's a possibility.
It's a possibility.
Oh, so we got the big announcement. It's a possibility we might see Lux and Hollow at Summer Madness 3. Is that something y'all would announce, or is it?
They're not gonna be at Summer Madness 3. They might be there. I don't know.
Okay.
You gotta come out and see.
Okay. All right. So we here. We got Beasley in the building. Blazy, you good over there?
Yes, sir.
Oh, your mic.
Oh.
Wait. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Good.
You've been fucking up all day and shit. So we got Beasley in the building. We be right back. Today's Top Hated 8 is sponsored by Smack URL. We got Beasley in the building. There's been a lot of hate coming at Smack URL. I think
Yes,
it's
indeed.
kind of unwarranted a little bit.
Right.
I understand it, but I just think in an instance where everybody has made money, everybody has got notoriety, I think the hate is kind of stupid a little bit. I personally didn't think Smack was hating. I think he had to take a stand for his brand and his company. Whether I agree with him or not, that's not my place. I'm not in his shoes, but he had to take a stand for his brand and his company in order to prosper. And then you can't, I think he just felt like he was getting robbed in certain instances without niggas ain't had no gun.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
so today's Top Hated 8 is sponsored by Smack URL. Niggas, stop hating. Step your bars up. Step your battles up. Step your performance up. And that's it. No, I'm about to say Norbs. He must be talking about me right now. Beasley, it's on you. Take it over.
man, now I lost my train of thought, man. Just listening to what you were saying. But for the most part, like I think, the brand and just battle rap in general is it goes hand in hand. You know what I mean, it was built off, the work and the talent of the MCs, and it was built off us providing a platform for these MCs to showcase their talent.
Did they forget that y'all put them on? Did they forget?
I think a lot of them do. I think a lot of people have to understand that, there was a little bit of battling that was going on, but it wasn't produced
It was
and
booked
put out there to the
and it was
magnitude
booked
that
back.
it is. Right. Like, but people understand, like, the rap that you're seeing now, our brand and our style of rap is street, mostly street battles. And a lot of these guys didn't have the opportunities to come out and perform. The people that were kind of in control of the battle game at that time were more catered to like a suburban audience. It was just a whole totally different crowd. It was a whole different characters in place. And what made us unique is we kind of stuck to our guns and brought in guys that we felt that a different audience would want to see, and it was successful. But what I think we also did is we kind of sparked a whole new industry, because now you got guys that are able to put groceries on the table from battle rap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because from us doing it and becoming successful, then you have other leagues popping up and guys trying to compete and paying guys, trying to pay them more than we're paying them, or paying them close to what we're paying them.
Is that
guys are
fucking the
running and
game
taking
up? Because certain battles that other leagues are having, that's supposed to be on a Smack URL stage.
I've seen that happen a couple of times. I mean, I know we can't get every single battle. I would like to get every single battle. But what I do hate is when they do take a battle and then it's fucked up.
Yeah.
Like the battle's fucked up, the lighting is wrong.
Give us
the
one
fuse
example of
wrong.
that. Put the situation out there.
Without saying the guy's name, there was some battles that took place in St. Louis that didn't come out the way that they were supposed to.
Okay. So what about, all right.
People that follow the culture know what I'm referring to.
Let me play devil's advocate. What about the people that might say, well, Smack, y'all stole from the Fight Club?
We didn't steal from the Fight Club.
Okay.
In actuality, we were the first people to actually showcase this form of battle rap, because if you look at the Smack DVDs, they were in existence before the Fight Club. So we were already doing Mook and J Mills, Mook and Lux. We kind of set that whole format into place. The Fight Club was something different, where they were battling across a pool table with 1 minute rounds.
Okay.
Our shit was just intense 5-6 rounds in each other's faces, and it's still what you see today. It's the birth of what has, what is going on right now. You know what I mean? There's no one that was consistently documenting that type of battle rap. So we were the first to document this form. I'm not saying we invented it, because it was going on in the street for a long time. But the first people to actually go out there, document it, put it onto a DVD, send it out to the masses, gain popularity from it, and people be able to pinpoint and say, hey, that's where it started, it's Smack DVD. And I think that's one of the reasons why we have such a strong arm in this field, because we have that whole stamp and that authenticity.
What about the people who felt like BET, being on BET, y'all went corporate now, y'all about to fuck everything up? What do you want to say to them people?
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, if you watch the BET battles, I mean, of course you can't air curses on television, but for the most part, a lot of the shit was raw. You know, even had guys going at BET, guys going at Bow Wow, and they still kept it in there. They didn't edit it out. And what you guys gotta understand is that television is a whole different world. And the shit that we do on the internet, we can't do on television yet. You know, people say, oh, why don't you go to HBO? Well, listen, I would love to be on HBO or Showtime.
But they gotta watch out, yeah.
Right. And especially when you're dealing with urban content that doesn't have a television history, it takes time to develop yourself to be able to go into those type of meetings and say, hey, listen, I was successful here. I think we need to take the next step and expand it and do something a little different with you guys. But for overall, the BET experience was good. People love it. You know what I'm saying? BET loves it. The crowds love it. And people were happy with it. And they're actually surprised that it came out the way that it did.
Next question. How do you refrain from fucking somebody up in the battle when they say your name, or they get in smack face, or they talk shit about Norbs? How do you stand there so cool and be like, whatever, nigga?
Well, it depends, man. Like, I have an understanding of what battle rap is, and I actually know a lot of the people personally. But even some of the guys that I don't know personally, I don't let that shit affect me. It doesn't mean anything. Like, when you cross the line, if you're coming at me personally, like if you're coming into my face or into my personal space and you're telling me you're gonna do something to me or something like that, then it goes into a different place. But if you're battle rapping, you just the same guy who had 2 AR-15s, a Uzi, a grenade launcher, and you dived off a building with a parachute and kidnapped somebody's mother. So the other shit that you're talking about on the stage, I'm not really affected by it. So
and you got punched in your eye outside.
Exactly.
So
got robbed, you know.
How crazy does it get with the fighting outside the venue and all that shit? How crazy does it get?
To be honest, most of the people that come to rap battles these days, we set our battles up to be during the daytime, so the temperament is different. So if you're coming to watch a battle on Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock, the probability of you actually getting to a fight is low, because you're actually there to see something. So people generally don't fight at our events. They just want to see the battles and go home. So we've been fortunate in keeping, you know, people from actually getting into any altercations. There's times where some of the MCs have a little bit of words, or shit got taken a little bit out of context on Twitter, and when they see each other there's a beef. But they kind of have a genuine respect for the event. So if we kind of step in the middle and say, hey, not here, they understand that this is the last shit that they actually have as a platform. So they choose to refrain from.
How do you feel when they be shitting on the ring card girls and shit? Like, do you be like, damn? Like,
I mean, some of the ring card girls are hot. Some of them haven't been hot. You know what I'm saying? That's a feud that Smack and I have all the time about. You know what I mean? I want to bring in my joints, some joints that I want to, you know what I mean, bring in. And, you know, Norbs is like, I have some girls or whatever, but Smack's like, nah, this is my department, trust me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we've had a couple of hot joints, but you know what I'm saying? We're always there for room for improvement.
Who's the ultimate ring card girl that you want? Famous, not famous, bad, you know.
Man, yo, I wish I could remember like half of those chicks' names. But there's a bunch of Instagram models out there. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
You know, that's a new modeling agency, Instagram and shit. Is there a no fighting clause in the contracts that they're not allowed to fight on the stage?
You can't fight.
If they fight, say the battle gets a little heated, and a nigga punch a nigga in the face, what happens?
Oh, I'm docking you pay because you fucked up the event. Like, it depends on what the circumstances are. You know what I'm saying? Like, when Math fought Dose, I can honestly say, before the battle started, he really didn't try to bully him. He pulled him to the side, like on some man shit. I witnessed him. He said, hey, listen, you know, we're going to be battling. It's going to get intense. Let's try to keep our distance from one another so that, you know, we can just have a good battle. When they shook hands on it, it was okay. I think Dose was just in the moment, and when his hat brim hit his nose, he felt that it was a little too close, and he fought. You know what I'm saying? So it all depends on, you know, the circumstances. If he just called you out on something or talked to you about something, and you lost your temper and you lost the battle and you lost some money.
So do you not pay them, or do you dock their
their pay according to what they performed to? And that was something else that, we was want to introduce me to talk about now. Like, I'm really thinking about having some clauses in the contracts that make sure that we get what we pay for. You know what I'm saying? This is a company, just like guys making sure people are prepared. Because I've had guys that just come and in the first round they just stutter all over the place and just can't even remember their rhymes, but then they still want to get paid. And I just think it's just unfair, because it's unfair to the people that travel to come out to see the show. And it's unfair to us as a company. You know what I mean? To have to continue to pay people and they're not showing up. You know what I'm saying? It does not, and I don't even care if I don't like the material. That's not for me to judge.
Yeah.
But just if I pay for 3 complete rounds of rap, that's what I want. You know what I'm saying? You want to get paid, I want to get paid. I want to make sure that I get the right content that I can release and hopefully get something from it. And this has been going on for a long time, for years.
Two things I want to cover before.
I'm not, guys.
Go ahead.
For the record, I'm not referring to anybody in particular. I'm not referring to any recent events. I mean, there has been some recent events, but I'm just referring to shit as a whole, because I know people think that we're talking about one person in particular. I'm talking to everybody. This has happened tons and tons of times in URL and other leagues as well.
All right. Forbes DVD live every Wednesday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on DTFradio.com. You want to go and you can't log on to DTFradio.com? Just go to your mobile store and download the free TuneIn app. When you download that app, just search for DTF Radio and you can listen to the show like that while you on the go. You don't even have to be in front of a computer.